Alright, this is Calibos, and we're playing Enigmatica 2. So, we now have our three blood altars, and what I thought about is we're going to need some more demonic will later at some point. And the easiest way to get it is going to be using a sentient weapon. So in order to make a sentient weapon, well, that was fruitful. We're going to need some more of these snares. Snare. And we're going to make a Hellfire Forge. Sounds very cool, doesn't it? Ah, spiders. Okay, so now we do the same thing with you. Oh my gosh, seriously? We're gonna just... There we go. And then we're gonna take your soul. I mean, at what point have you do we decide that Steve is, like, gone to the dark side? Because he's just like, you know, the only value you have to me, even as a monster, is your soul. So... How cruel is that? Either way. So let's look at where our nearest corners are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these should be our nearest corners. So if we set our blood altar here, it should be fine. Technically we want it on this side, but that's not. It's neither here nor there. Because that's 2, that's 2. This is going to be where it is. So let's clear up some stuff. Alright. This would be faster with an axe, I know. Is this on? There we go. Okay, so we've got all of that taken care of. So let us begin building this thing. So we want to make a Hellfire Forge. This thing, Hellfire Forge. Apparently under cover of darkness. We're doing it under cover of darkness. So a Hellfire Forge, we need to make a sentient weapon. In order to make a sentient weapon, we're going to need a petty Tataric gem. So in order to do that, we're going to need a little bit of demonic will, some blue, gold, and some glass. So let's get some blue, lapis. Gold. Now I'm making 2 because we'll need 1 for what is it? Tataric gem. Redstone, that was the other thing. I knew that. Alright, so we're going to chuck some of these in here. And we're going to do that. And boom, we've got a Petty Tartaric gem. We're going to chuck that in there. And boom, we've got another one. Lucky us, right? So if we want to, there was a way to charge these. Is it crafting? So uses for these. Yeah, I thought there was a way to combine these. That's fine. So let's get an iron sword. Conveniently, we have one. And this is going to make a sentient weapon. So sentient weapon, it contains raw will. So when you kill something with it, it will basically charge this gem. Now, I just remembered this just now. So we dropped all of the souls on the ground, and as we pick it up, it contains it in the gem. The gem is basically a battery. Now, at some point, we're going to want to improve this. So we're going to make a lesser Tartaric gem, and we're going to do that immediately. So we'll need more lapis, a block of redstone, and a diamond. So we want lapis, redstone, and a diamond. Do I need another one really quick? So the recipe for this one, so let's try this again. Gold, lapis, redstone. Like, it's been a little while since I've done this, so I'm not precisely sure exactly everything that I need. We're going to leave that to power the process. So it's going to take a little bit of will. Yeah, it took one full will. So we have this. Now, in order to upgrade it, we need... it doesn't say. So maybe we don't need anything. Or maybe we need more than I think. So let's go killing some things. Is there a hunting dimension in this? Nope. Just head off this way. What I'm probably going to do is make a dark space for mobs to come find me in. But this is going to be a great example of, let's see how there we go. So we're at 529. And now we're at 729. So you can see how this is charging. I swear. Oh, also, the damage is changed based on how much will that you're carrying around on you. So let's get some food. Alright, so tossing all of these shiny things in there. Worlds, redstone, clay. Man, it's so hard to find good monsters these days. Well, I found some lava. Oh my gosh. So we need to look in the book really quick. There it is. So this is living armor. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it because I thought that there was like a specific amount that we were trying for in the living will to make the next quality. But I do not remember what it is. And you have to have... So... Oh, wait. I hear a thing. There you are. So for example, if it requires 12, then we need 50 in the thing. It seems a little weird that that's how it would work, but, you know, gas tiers. Interesting. Where do we get gas tiers from? Interesting. That looks very weird. Rock crystal or astral sorcery. I think that's the first one I've seen, actually, because it was quite distinctive. I would have recognized it had we seen it elsewhere. Alright. Grilled cheese, because grilled cheese. So one of the benefits of doing what we're doing, once we get to, once we have our blood altars done, so 6, once we have our blood altar, here, we'll go investigate this person, like mostly done, we'll have the containment and stuff like that. It will give us a place to hunt mobs, because I'm going to build a mob spawner underneath it. There we go. Now we're starting to get mobs in here. So that's going to give us 1159. I know this is super exciting, right? Emeralds. Here's skeleton. I may simply have to clear a large chunk and make a mob spawner. Do we get will off of these guys? 59, I don't think we do. Maybe it's just hostile mobs. Hey, you. So 1259. I keep checking the sword because I seem to recall that the sword damage goes up based on the will you have in gems that you are carrying. So let's head back up to the blood altar. We're going to try one more time to make the gem, and then we're going to move on to other tasks. I wish that it had a... Like it says 0, but that can't be true. So let's look at the quest book. I'm sure the quest book will have things. So we need an Inspectorius Scandalum. So Inspectorus Scandalum. So we need a blood altar. Conveniently, we have some. We're going to start here, and we're basically going to level this ground. So let's get our shovel out. Alright, so we're gonna shovel is basic math. So if this is going to be our level ground here, now we're going to have to contain the one that's going to have the mob spawner in it in stone, because I do not want everything to become cursed earth. And cursed earth is very virulent, and I have the idea that it might do that. So let's turn on the rest of our corners. So this is basically as fast as we were doing before. We could bump the dig speed, but I don't like it when the dig speed is too fast because then it loses precision. So I don't want to be digging 15 blocks when I'm only trying to take one. So there. Now we need to go that way. So let's get this. Alright, so we've got our first edge basically finished. We just need to hollow out this thing. Now, as you've probably noticed, it's slightly larger than, some of the other things that we've been working on. So this is the first corner, so we're going to go down here. So we'll check a couple of things in here. Let's eat. So looks like we need to work on our fruit because we're losing some of our health benefits here. Alright, so that should be that. So that little dinging sound that you're hearing is all of the stuff that doesn't fit into the inventory. Oh, let's eat an elderberry. We haven't eaten any of those yet. Yeah, see how fast and indiscriminate that is? That's very unfortunate. Yeah, we haven't really gotten super a lot accomplished with this one, but doing all of this work is basically going to set us up very nicely for the next one. So I'm not too unhappy with it. I'm never quite sure what people want to see and what people don't want to see. So I try to have episodes where I'm showing more and episodes where I'm showing less, so that I kind of like cover my bases. Another quartz. Where am I getting another quartz from? Alright, so let's do this. One of the other things that I'll do is I'm just clearing the bottom, as you see. Once I have the entire bottom cleared out, I'm just going to vein miner the top. Word of warning, I don't know if this is a thing that has been fixed. Do not vein miner with a tinker's hammer or shovel. Like, it tends to go really badly. Something along the lines of, I believe what it's trying to do is remove, it's trying to check adjacent blocks, but it tries to check blocks that have already been removed. So it ends up you know, going into some memory death spiral thing. And it just goes crazy. So do not do that. Oh, look, we've leveled. So what I will probably do is put, since I'm not worried about the shovel, you know, being able to mine harder substances, I'm not sure that there's a harder form of dirt to be had. What I will probably do is just add speed to the shovel, because why not? All right, and this is how big our blood altar is going to be. So we'll call it here. I'm just going to chuck all of this in there, and that, and that. So this is a good bit of work here. I mean, honestly, it's a matter of just putting it down now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22. So we need one more block. And this is why I gave myself the like the extra space there, because I knew that I would probably miscount even with the help. But we'll still call it here. I'm going to trim this out and basically find the spot where I'm counting up 9 in the center. And because remember, the blood altar is going to be up 9 blocks. So it'll be off there somewhere. But I'm going to do that, and you know, when I come back, I will have it going and kind of like at least steps leading up to where it's going to be. And I'm going to hope to have all of this leveled to the right space, and I'll have each one of the individual blood altars, like the biggest area, laid out in cobble or something like that. So you'll see markers. But yeah, so if you liked it, leave a like. If you don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. Have a good